Hello students, this is Dr. Anjani. Today we are going to start with immunology. So the first important topic in immunology is innate and acquired immunity. So before starting the depth of immunology, we should understand the basics of immunology. So in this we are going to study about what is immunity, types of immunity and the mechanism of action against the foreign particles. So what is immunity? We can say this is the ability of a body to protect against all type of foreign particles or foreign bodies, including microorganisms such as bacteria, virus and other toxic substance. So if a person is having lack immunity, so we can say he or she is susceptible to the disease. So what is the immunity? It contains the immune system, which include the network of organs and cells. So the type of organs such as bone marrow, thymus, spleen and immune cells. So here we can see there are two types of immunity. First one is innate immunity and another one is acquired immunity. So what is innate immunity? This immunity is known as natural immunity. This consists of mechanism that exist before the infection. Or we can say this is a natural immunity. So it contains four types of defense barrier. So what type of barriers are present in the innate immunity or natural immunity? So first barrier is anatomical barrier, second is phagocytic barrier, third one is blood protein, fourth one is cytokines. So what is anatomical barrier? So this kind of barrier contains two defense mechanisms. First one is related to the skin. So skin is a first barrier. So it can restrict the entry of microorganisms. How? Because of its pH. So the pH of the skin is slight acidic, which can prevent the growth of microorganisms. Second anatomical barrier is mucous membrane. So the second barrier is mucous membrane. So what is the function? This mucous membrane can entrap the foreign microorganisms and prevent us to develop a disease. Second barrier is physiological barrier. So what are the physiological conditions or barriers which can protect a body from the foreign bodies? So first one is temperature. So the body temperature or the fever response can inhibit the growth of pathogens or microorganisms and other foreign particles. Second physiological barrier is low pH. So the acidic pH can restrict the growth of microorganisms. Third barrier is phagocytic barrier. So there are some phagocytic cells including neutrophils, macrophages and natural killer cells, which can ingest and destroy the microbes with the help of endocytosis or phagocytosis mechanism. Fourth barrier is inflammatory barrier. So this barrier protects when there is a damage in the tissue or infection, by which this inflammatory barrier can protect by releasing some fluid containing serum proteins with the antibacterial or antimicrobial proteins. So second type of immunity is acquired immunity. So this acquired immunity can be of two types. So why the name acquired? Immunity that is developed by the host after exposure to the foreign particle or the transfer of any kind of antibodies or lymphocyte from an immune donor. So here we can see we can divide this adaptive immunity into two types. First one is naturally acquired adaptive immunity. Second one is artificially acquired adaptive immunity. So in naturally acquired, it can be of two types. First one is active, second one is passive immunity. So in the naturally acquired, we see the active immunity is when a antigen enters into the body and body naturally produce the antibodies against the antigen. In the passive immunity, the antibodies passes from the mother to the fetus via placenta or milk. So this is all about naturally acquired immunity. What is artificially acquired immunity? Again, it can be of two types, active immunity and passive immunity. So the active immunity is antigens are introduced into the body in the form of vaccines. So body will form or produce the antibodies against this vaccinated antigen. Second type is passive artificially acquired immunity. This is when the artificially or the antibodies in the immune system is introduced via the injection. So this is known as passively acquired, artificially acquired passive immunity. So these are the reference you can follow. Okay, thank you.